Destructive waves sometimes appear in oceans and seas. These waves are called tsunamis, and in Europe they were called tidal waves, tidal bulge. The length of one of these waves ranges from 150 kilometers to 200 kilometers. In the open sea, tsunamis are not very noticeable. The wave height from crest to trough is only a few meters. Having reached the shallow shelf, such a wave turns into a forward wave and becomes higher, rises and turns into a moving wall. At the same time, the wave slows down to 30 kilometers per hour and, like a giant shift, rolls into coastland. The more the depth of the ocean, the higher the tsunami speed is. With an average depth of the Pacific Ocean of about 400 meters, theoretically calculated tsunami speed is 716 kilometers per hour and form a series of 3 to 9 waves. Tsunami distribution is usually associated with areas of strong earthquakes at the bottom of the ocean, seas, and coastal zones. However, it has been found that out of every 100 strong earthquakes in the Pacific Ocean, only one caused a tsunami. An analysis of all the signs of a tsunami gives rise to the assumption that tsunami is a separate and independent natural phenomenon. In accordance with the laws of hydrodynamics, the propagation of longitudinal and transverse seismic waves in a liquid medium is strongly limited. Therefore, the oscillation of a deep sea earthquake cannot reach the surface of the water and serve as the source of the tsunami. With an insignificant ocean depth, such a wave can have a physical origin with the height of up to tens of meters, but the length of such a wave will not exceed more than 100 meters. The waves formed in this way do not have a tsunami harbinger. Before the arrival of the main wave, the sea does not recede from the coast. Such waves quickly fade away when they travel many kilometers, and when they roll ashore, they usually disappear. Essentially, a tsunami is a tidal wave resulting from anomalies in the Earth's gravitational field. For example, a standing tidal wave is formed under the influence of the moon's gravity, while it does not have a rapid propagation speed. Tsunamis are formed as a result of a decrease in the level of gravity pressure on the liquid aquatic environment of the ocean, which leads to expansion of the water and a change in its density. At the same time, the intermolecular structure of water expands. The water in the zone becomes warmer by several degrees and lighter than water outside the specified zones. Under reduced atmospheric pressure and from the centrifugal force of the planet, the lightened water rises several meters from the general level of the ocean. The atmosphere, hydrosphere, and lithosphere are subject to such an effect in the zone of reduced gravity. Here for now, we will only cover hydrosphere, and the rest will return in another video. Water along the entire vertical of the water column begins to rise to the surface of the ocean and spread out from the epicenter. A giant whirlpool with a natural pump is formed, which sucks in the bottom volume of water, while the coastal water also falls under its influence. If the epicenter of the tsunami is close to the shore, then the water on the shore recedes noticeably. The deeper the depth and the longer this process takes place, a surface layer of warm water from a centrifugal current for hundreds of kilometers forms around the epicenter. On the central part of the epicenter surface, a bulge of many kilometers in diameter is formed, which, after the destruction of the gravitational vortex, falls and forms a long ring-shaped wave. The formed wave, under the influence of the scattering gravitational wave begins to move, attracting the entire mass of the spreading water. The height of formed tidal wave depends on the ocean depth, that is, on the thickness of water that has undergone gravitational expansion. The mass of water from the depth still rises, repeats the bulge, and this whole process repeats several times until the gravitational anomaly disappears. It is possible that the phenomena recorded by many astronauts while in orbit are directly related to tsunami. They have repeatedly observed a kind of domes, local rings, rise of water in the form of a convex lens 200 to 300 kilometers in diameter. Cumulus clouds swirl around the dome as if being attracted from all sides, indicating a decrease in the level of gravity density in the atmosphere. Most often, such water rises were observed in the Bermuda Triangle area as well as west of California. They happened to see another form of water uplift. In the Timor Sea near Australia, they observed a high water wall up to 100 kilometers long. Thus, the main source of tsunami formation is magnetic vortex disturbances in the ionosphere, which contribute to a change in the direction of motion of gravitational flows. In magnetic storms, this leads to anomalies in the level of gravity density. The whole idea, hypothesis, and the entire process of tsunami formation are described in detail in the theory Gravity and Natural Phenomena by Walihan Adaev, the link to which is indicated at the end of the video. I suggest you to subscribe to my artistic, scientific, educational channel and mark if you like it. In the following video, I will discuss the role of gravity in cyclone formation, volcanic eruption, and earthquakes. You will learn sensational secrets, the principles of gravity origin. You will be surprised to learn that gravity plays a major role, including secrets of the pyramids.